about 4:45 AM and we're just getting ready to attempt a Loch Ness two-way crossing. So yeah, plan is to 36k down to Fort Augustus and then 36k back. Forecast is for a steady southwesterly wind, so in theory we've got an upwind leg down to Fort Augustus and then hopefully a downwind leg back from Fort Augustus. But Loch Ness and the Great Glen terrain tend to make up their own rules, so we'll just see what we've got when we get out there.
Here we go, James is just getting in the water. Start of the record attempt, the prone paddleboard up and down Loch Ness. Game on. That was the official weather forecast there from the captain. So we're just coming past the Clansman Hotel on the west side of the loch. James is still going really well.
So here we are, an hour and 37 minutes in. It's just coming up for 7:15 in the morning, and the sun's come up now, so we're getting a bit of warmth. Here's James just going past the mouth of Urquhart Bay, and you can see Urquhart Castle in the background there. So on target, making a great time and getting a bit warmer now that the sun's come up.
Okay, update. We are now coming up for 2.5 hours. Sun is up. We are coming down towards Foyers.
Pretty tough first leg down to Fort Augustus. We're fighting a sort of steady headwind for 3.5 hours, so it's starting to take its toll a little bit.
James continues to fight a little bit of a swell coming this way, or a little bit of wind, but we're hoping that by the time we turn at Fort Augustus shortly, we'll have a nice wind behind on the way back.
That 8 to 10 kilometre an hour headwind has finally calmed, and we've got some nice pristine water for the run into Fort Augustus.
Here we go, James. Well done.
Woo! Amazing!
Getting a bit warmer now, and I feel like the wind has flipped. I can definitely feel the wind building slightly ahead of me at the moment. Doesn't look like Loch Ness is giving me any free downwind rides today.
There's James, he's suffering a wee bit, beginning to feel it in his back. So here we are, 7 hours 32 minutes. It's coming up for about 1:45. Here we are just passing the hostel. Nothing will lift the spirits more than seeing some flat water ahead.
.2 k, just passing Urquhart Castle, 9 hours and 38, so just under 12k down to the finish. So one more checkpoint, Clansman, and then the next stop is Loch End Beach. Bigger headwind kicked up in the last 10k, which has made it really hard going.
This is the Clansman that we're passing on the left hand side, which means we are about 6k from the end, and James is looking great.
There's a happy prone boarder. Just heading up to the final couple of k, a double in Loch Ness. You can see the village of Doors in the background.
Okay, last 100 metres or so.
Incredible achievement, mate.
Well done, James.
Woo! Well done, Mr. Fletcher! You are a legend!
Well done.
72 kilometers! Phenomenal!
Pretty challenging but pretty epic paddle on Loch Ness, and true to form, it made up its own rules on the weather front. We started at 2 degrees and it was pretty Baltic for the first couple of hours with a sort of stronger than forecast headwind, and then as the day warmed it got to about 22 degrees. It flipped the wind, so 80% of the day was paddled into a sort of steady headwind, so no free gifts at all from Loch Ness on that paddle. So I guess you got to be hardy, or at least foolhardy, to take on a double on Loch Ness, but totally stoked to have completed it, and hugely grateful to Archie at Loch Swim Support and Mark for coming on that adventure with me.
Now that you've done the single, double, three-way, Autumn.
Do I go back?
Not a chance.